Ecco qua. Bardolph.
How do, Master Sid?
Bardolph.
Bardolfo. Bene, ho già trovato il nome per mio figlio. Bardolfo.
Well, I'd love to help the young miss however I can. But I'm afraid I got my hands full just keeping this place afloat. There's holes need patching, and if
È un personaggio dell'armata Brancaleone, Bardolfo.
I'd gladly spare Mid all the time I have, but the sad truth is... It don't have to be me, though, does it? What about that, you know, the one over at Martha's Rest?
That's right. I'll ask Martha if she can spare him.
Least...
Ma grazie di cosa? Grazie di avermi dato il nome di un'altra persona che può fare il lavoro al posto tuo? Prego. Non c'è di che. Sempre disponibile a far fare ad altre persone il mio lavoro. Ogni volta che hai bisogno di qualcuno che non sia io per fare un lavoro, chiedimi pure.
Ah, Clive, what brings you to the Rest?
Our home finds itself in need of an extra carpenter. I wondered if I might be able to borrow Bernard for a short while.
I don't mind if he don't. We're all friends here, aren't we?
Thank you, Martha.
He went up to Cressida on business. Far as I know, he's still there.
I'll look from there then.
Ok. Cressida. Allora, intanto mi dicono che c'è qualcosa di nuovo da comprare qui. Non so se crederci. Novità al negozio.
Anything catch your eye?
No. Musica. Molto bella la musica, ma rimane il solito problema.
Thanks very much. There you go.
Madonna in... Ah, rancido proprio. Che scorreggione. Madonna. Terrificante. Gli chiederei cosa mangia, ma lo so benissimo cosa mangia. Ma tu sei comodo così. Vabbè.
Good girl.
Faster!
Ah, ha riparato il ponte qui. Quello che avevamo visto proprio poco fa.
I've ended the lad who saved my life. What brings you to a place like this?
You do, Bernard. Martha said I might find you here. I have a proposition for you.
Oh. Building a workshop, you say? Well, that beats tacking boards to bridges, sure enough. And if Martha didn't mind me being gone a while, then neither do I. You just tell me where you want me.
That's the spirit.
Of
course.
Well, that there is Cressida, where I grew up. Ain't much left of it now, though. But I came up here hoping to visit. I even patched it. But you're a dab hand when it comes to dealing with beasts.
It's the least I can.
Ok. Saranno di livello un pochino più alto qui. Un pochino.
Shouldn't take long.
Sbagliato. New enemies approach. Giusti. Ah. New enemies approach. Oh. Non me l'aspettavo. Oh. Ora. Sì. Ding.
That should do it.
You made short work of that lot. Thank you, son.
How long is it since the village was abandoned?
Oh, people started packing their things after the duchy fell. Between the Blight and the Imperials, you just couldn't make ends meet. Must be nigh on a decade since the last wagon left. Though it may as well have been a century.
I'm sorry.
Ah, don't be. Soon as I'm done saying a prayer for those that raised me, it's on to your hideaway. I'll meet you there.
That should take care of Mid's little list. Better head back before she thinks of anything else.
Molto mid. Non ancora perché volevo esplorare questa zona qui. Giusto vedere se ci fosse robina per sbaglio. Ecco qua per esempio. Vabbè. Questo puzza di zona dove poi c'è un mostro. Un bounty. Sì, va bene. Tanto poi ci dovrò tornare.
All right, Clive? You've all done then?
I am.
That's brilliant. Thanks, Clive.
Is there anything else you need?
Nope. Blackthorn and Lady Karen have already sent over everything I asked for, and I've got. So as soon as Bernard gets here, we can get to work.
La figlia di Sid si chiama Mid. Vabbè. Prendiamo atto di questa cosa. Sid e Mid.
That's my good deed for the day done. Let's see how Jill's faring.
Shouldn't you be getting some rest?
Non è un gran nome chiamare la propria figlia Mid. A meno che non sia la figlia di mezzo.
Ah, Clive.
Talia, how's Jill?
Recovering, but she still needs her rest.
Of
Ehi,
course.
ciao soldato.
Take good care of her, won't you?
I'll do my best. Oh, Gav was looking for you. He said he had something to show you in the shelves.
The shelves. Oh, that's right. He went to ask
Se quella di mezzo si chiama Mid,
He
come
must
si chiama
have
quella
found
vecchia, quella più vecchia e quella più giovane?
something. You have the look of a man with the twins upon his shoulders, Rodrigue.
Rodrigue.
Talia has tasked
Don
me with
Rodrigo.
removing a curse breaker's brand. But it's my first time and I don't think I can do it. I'm afraid of what happens if I fail. Is it really worth the risk?
You don't need me to answer that. You know full well what we're fighting for.
What am I fighting
Everyone wants to see that
for?
one day bearers can walk among others as equals. But until that day, a brand is a burden. And we must lift that burden in order to go undetected.
Sì, devo dire che non è una soluzione incredibile quella che hanno per rimuovere il marchio. Cioè, se vedi sto tizio qui ha un marchio sulla guancia
I know.
sinistra. E
I still wish there was
praticamente se la rimuovono, ma gli rimane una cicatrice gigante sulla faccia.
my lot.
Quindi praticamente vedi sta gente con una cicatrice gigante dove dovrebbe esserci il marchio e dici
Must be
no vabbè non c'è nessun marchio lì, tutto a posto, passi pure.
Unfortunately, the first thing he's doing is the preparation of a draft to dull the pain.
Insomma,
Something
credo di aver visto soluzioni un pochino più intelligenti, però se funziona.
few leaves we have would barely be enough.
Non hanno ancora il laser per la
Split
rimozione dei
their own
tatuaggi.
brand.
Just tell me what you need.
You'll go. Oh, thank you. No one knows Herblord like Tyre. And fortunately for you, I do.
Do no harm. Che è la prima parte del giuramento di Ippocrate. Do no harm. Primo, non far male. Peccato che in questo mondo Ippocrate non esista, quindi... Spram!
A team of curse breakers has gone missing near Northreach.
Which team?
Ecco appunto, lei c'ha la mega cicatrice.
Trolls. They were sent to liberate a carriage of bearers before they could be smuggled to market. They were moving in for their assault when the carriage was attacked by goblins. A curse breaker managed to release the
Goblins?
but this was days ago. They should be back by now, but I've heard nothing from any of them. I can't.
They know the work is dangerous.
But what if I've got them all killed? Before they go out, I always
Che
remind
bello
them why
Goblin Slayer
they're doing
Abridged.
this, what they
Goblin!
escaped, and what we're freeing people from. But I never really thought how my words might affect them. what risks they might take because of the things I've said.
I'll go and find them.
Thank you. The plan.
Vado. The weight of command. Il peso del comando.
Jill looked white as a sheet when we brought her back.
Allora. Come mai si è spostato il green screen? Potrebbe essere che ci sia un cane che ogni tanto, quando ha voglia, se ne va a dormire dietro il green screen. Perché? Direte voi. Perché dietro ovviamente c'è meno rumore, non ci sono io che parlo, o comunque si sente meno, e la luce viene bloccata dal green screen stesso, oltre al fatto di essere... Devo dire che è un telo molto morbido, cioè un tessuto molto morbidino. E siccome tocca terra, lui ci si mette sopra. E che cazzo? Giga, drill, break. Vieni giù con me tu. Ermonea. Ti sei cagato addosso addirittura? Io vedrei un medico per questa cosa, potrebbe essere un problema.
To keep the infirmary stocked for a while. Hopefully this will put Rodriguez's mind at ease.
Dove sono? Oxcliff. Un negozio, però non ci dà niente di nuovo, quindi... Ha aumentato quindi il livello dei nemici? Bah, non sembra più di tanto. Vieni giù, bravissimo. E poi esplodi. Posto così, bravissimo. Allora, non torniamo ancora perché dobbiamo andare a fare l'altra cosa. Abbiamo un'altra missione secondaria. C'è qualcosa lì dietro. Black Blood. A big black bug bit a big black bug bit a big blue bug and a big blue bug bled black blood. How much wood would a woodchuck chuck if woodchucks could chuck wood? As much wood as a woodchuck would chuck if woodchucks could chuck wood. Salve.
Cole, I'm glad you're in one piece.
Just about. Sid, if you don't mind me asking, what are you doing here?
Doris sent me to find you. She hasn't heard anything since the attack. She's been worried about you.
I sent a runner to the dame in Northreach.
Well, I'm here now.
Only some. The rest locked themselves in the slaver's carriage rather than fleeing when they had the chance. I want to help them, Sid. But we're barely in any state to protect those few we did save.
You made the right decision. Now where's the carriage?
The goblins may still be out there.
You have duties to attend.
And please...
I won't let that.
Thank you.
Don't thank me.
Okay. Goblins.
They're trying to get into the carriage.
Oh. Wah. Too slow. Big punch. Pugnone. Un signor pugnone di tutto rispetto, oserei anche dire.
You wouldn't have stood a chance.
Why should we run? One miserable death's no worse than another.
Perhaps. Freedom, safety, the life you've been...
Sid, I couldn't just let you... You weren't too late then.
This man risked his life to save yours.
Fine. Do with us what you...
What we'll do with you is take you to safety.
You can leave the rest to us, Sid.
Thank you. I'll let...
Okay. Opla.
Sid, welcome. If I'd just waited a little longer, I might have been able to deal with things myself, or maybe I wouldn't.
Cole and the others got home safely.
No, I was lucky. I've been tracking that slaver for months, and then I sent Cole and you after them, woefully unprepared. What kind of leader sends people into... I should have urged greater caution, told Cole to be wary, to pull back at the first sign of trouble.
We swore the same oath as...
It's good to see you safe and well, Cole. I'm sorry.
With all due respect, we Cursebreakers don't risk our lives because you commanded of us. We risk them because we believe in our cause. No one with doubts ever joins our ranks. The agony of removing the brand more than sees to that.
Cole, I never doubted your courage. Thank you for your faith in me. I sometimes wonder if I might prefer to risk death alongside the others than ask it if I'd... I'm a Cursebreaker. I swore an oath too.
You will. In time.
Breath of Fire. Rising Flames. E questo?
I hope you didn't have too much trouble finding the ammonia.
Opla.
Only the usual.
Oh, yes. This is it.
You'll do fine. Tyre trusts you, which means I trust you. The hideaway would be lost without skilled physicers like yourself.
Thank you for the kind words. I'm sorry. The brand is more than just ink on flesh. It's a death sentence. Milk of the wyvern tail lurking just below the surface of the skin. One ill-conceived incision, a single slip, and the poison fouls the patient's blood. Failure means death, and even success means tremendous pain. Days of agony as the wound heals. I became a physiker to help people, not to kill them. I don't want to kill anyone.
Cursebreakers lead hard lives, and the operation is only the beginning. They toil in the shadows, risking life and limb, knowing their efforts will win them neither glory nor acclaim, and yet we have no shortage of volunteers. The day I decided that I would take Sid's name was the same day Tyre took my brand.
I remember what little medicine Tyre managed to salvage from the wreckage of the old place had been used up treating the wounded. She begged that your operation be delayed until a new supply of antalgics was found. The procedure was even more dangerous back then. Only a few souls had undertaken it, and those who were no longer with us. Those who it wasn't something to be done lightly.
No. But it was something I had to do if I was to take Sid's name. He always led from the front and never asked anyone to take a risk for his cause that he was unwilling to take himself, even if he knew that it might cost him his life.
Hold still, Clive! Hold still!
Beh.
I knew there'd be pain. That I might not survive. And I was afraid. But I also knew that if I didn't overcome that fear, that pain, then I would never be able to call myself Sid.
I didn't know.
We all want our brands removed. But it's a decision each of us must make for ourselves, on our own terms. Rodrigue, I know your work isn't easy, but neither is going under the knife. Be a shoulder for your patients to lean on. Stay strong for them.
You sound like Tyre. It's natural for a patient to feel like they're suffering in solitude. And it's a physiker's duty to see that they don't. Thank you for helping me remember that. I won't falter. Not again.
Minchia, 350 punti abilità. Vabbè, sta roba qui.
Damn the bastard who thought to mix branding ink with the foulest poison known to man. Since then, the bearers have only ever had two choices. Court the crystal's curse in service of their masters, or defy the brand and suffer the wyvern's wrath. Either way, it's an agonizing death.
Ah, ecco qua.
Welcome to the Patron's Whisper. Your benefactors are a generous lot.
Direwolf
Yours.
chess.
of luck out there, Sid.
Oh. Increases combo damage by 5%. Okay. Lift a smaller downed enemy in the air with a shift shot. Ground in the air. Complete a combo on a single target.
The little ones have been up to their old tricks again.
Dum, dum, dum,
Jill
dum.
looked white as a sheet when
Clive, where have you been? I've been wanting to ask you something about Torgal. Where did you get him, like, in the first place?
My father brought him back from one of his expeditions into the Northern Territories. They were crossing a snowfield when they heard his cries, and seeing no sign of his pack, they took him in.
What do you reckon, Tomes?
It certainly adds weight to the theory. Clive, I believe that Torgal may be no mere hound, but a rare frostwolf, an animal native to the far northern reaches of Valisthea. In one of our oldest bestiaries, I found reference to a frostwolf who served as guardian to an ancient queen of the north. Such was his mastery over ether, he could cast magics on command. His name was Fenrir.
Fenrir the Frostwolf.
Now, the annals do not state it explicitly, but I have reason to believe this queen was a dominant of Shiva, a girl from the Northern Territories and her faithful hound. One awakens as the dominant of Shiva, and the other?
You're saying that Jill granted Torgal his powers?
What?
Just like Fenrir.
Hmm.
People called him my hound, but Torgal and Jill were inseparable. He grew up as a faithful companion to the dominant of Shiva, and years later, his powers awakened, just when his master needed him the most.
You're right. If it weren't for Torgal blasting those bastards to Kingdom Come, Jill would have been for it.
Quite. Though Torgal's power is his own, his latent birthright as a frostwolf, it had only to be unlocked.
Oh, get you, Torgal.
Ooh, woof.
You're an even finer hound than we thought.
Woof.
And regarding your original
The goodest boy.
you need not fear for Torgal's health. Why, the beast has the appetite of a behemoth. Just this very morn, I found him with his nose buried in my nuts.
Phrasing?
There you are! I've been looking everywhere for you. Bernard's here. I need you to introduce us so we can get to work.
I shall be a moment.
Glorious British dubbing. Sometime later. Come se non avessimo già fatto un time skip di svariati anni.
Isn't it brilliant?
It is.
Well, I couldn't have done it without you. You and everyone else. But I promise I'll pay you back. I'm gonna work my fingers to the bone for you lot. Just you wait. I'll make wonders like...
Then I look forward to seeing them.
Ok.
Now that that's settled, I wonder if Vivian's made any progress tracking down Kupka.
Thanks for letting me do this, Clive. I'll pay you back, I promise.
We have everything we need to begin work in earnest.
And work.
Thanks for before, son. That was a good deed you did me. Only right
Ok.
I think I'll wait till Mid's away to take a tour of her dungeon.
Non credo che ci sia qualcosa di nuovo qui, però controlliamo. No, infatti. Plan Prince.
How goes the hunt for Kupka?
Largely in circles. We have myriad sightings of strange soldiers in unexpected places. If only we knew for certain by what route he left Rosalie.
Well, if anyone can piece this puzzle together, it's you.
What?
Would that be a problem?
Do you know, Clive? I believe it a mercy that you didn't inherit your father's throne. Your poor people would surely live in fear of you.
You have nothing to worry about on that front.
That is a relief.
Clive, have you got a minute?
Oi.
We, have a guest.
A guest?
Il lato gameplay potrebbe essere migliorabile, però mi interessa lo sviluppo della storia qui.
For your trouble.
It was a pleasure, in hindsight. Uncle Byron?
Oh.
Clive, my boy!
My boy.
And stoke the ovens for your favorite uncle is here.
Zio Byron, che era l'unico che ci aveva aiutato in tutta sta storia. Meanwhile, at the Legion of Doom. Sobrio.
Government sues for peace. How shall we respond?
Anche dentro, molto sobrio.
If they're willing to accept their fault in the matter, I see no reason to refuse them.
Still, we must insist on substantial reparations.
Questa è quella zozza di nostra madre.
Stores are not as bottomless as reported.
Aye, and we have many more mouths to feed. We shall just have to have the Dalmex empty their treasuries for us.
Of course, none of this would have been possible without your timely intervention, Prince Olivier.
Indeed, I doubt any of us would have had the courage to trade words with the mighty Titan, nor less the wit to win him over.
The Empire owes you a great debt.
May the blessing of the crystals go with you, Your Highness.
May the blessing of the crystals go with you.
Very good.
Now, let us come to the question of precisely when the Dalmex will withdraw their troops.
Dion's fire could rid us of them in mere moments. The men of the Fist will not withdraw until a peace treaty is concluded. So let us keep the negotiations open, give them time to gather what gold and trinkets they can, and once they deliver that which we demand, what worth is a piece of parchment?
Your Radiance, were Prince Dion to take the field, the enemy would surely send their own dominant to meet him. And while His Highness would of course prevail, there would be heavy losses on both.
You need not fear Hugo Kupka. He is engaged on the Western Front. Even were the Dalmex to send for him, he would not arrive in time. As much as I would enjoy witnessing a clash between Bahamut and Titan, it is not to be.
And what of your subjects, Your Radiance? If the fighting spread to the city proper, the people would bear the brunt of it.
There will be losses, it is true. Yet for every citizen who falls, another can be bred. For every home that burns, another can be built. The Empire will live on.
Okay.
Dion?
Yes, sire.
Prepare for battle.
But sire...
Okay.
Do not make me repeat myself. Return to your camp and await my orders.
If that is your wish, Your Radiance, I shall depart at once. May Gregor forgive you.
What do the astrologers augur?
The stars are in agreement, Your Radiance. The shadow of treachery hangs over Prince Dion.
So Annabella's tales were true. You disappoint me, Dion.
Pew, pew, pew.
villains have been up to their old tricks. It's just one thing after another around here.
Ding ding ding.
Well, fuck me.
Ah, my dear nephew, how I've missed you. How did you find this place, Uncle? Through the good offices of young Sir Wade. He really is the most helpful fellow. As are you, I hear. The Guardians and those they freed tell the most outlandish tales of your heroics in Rosalith. Which is why I came, to learn the full truth of the matter. Sort the fact from the fiction, so to speak. You were working with the Guardians of the Flame to evacuate the people of Rosalith to Port Isolde. I was, aye. Then I have questions for you. Please, come inside, Uncle. Gladly. You there? There are 2,000 gold talents in those chests. See that they're added to my nephew's coffers, would you?
2,000?
And I'm afraid that is all I know.
A fleet sailing south past Port Isolde.
Forgive me for not being able to tell you more. I hadn't the faintest idea Kupka withdrew wounded from Rosalith. Still less that my own nephew dealt the decisive blow. What do you think, Vivian?
I think, with this news of the Dalmekian fleet and recent reports of the Royalists' movements, that the final piece of the puzzle has fallen into place. Come here and I'll show you. It is known that Kupka's forces entered Rosaria via its unguarded coast. So can the same be said of your visitors from Waloed? Certainly her Royal Navy is famed for the efficiency with which it bears her knights from one battlefield to the next. And in the Ein Herja, or Black Galleon, she boasts a vessel nigh as swift and every bit as feared as the kingdom's legendary cavalry. A fitting flagship for a land apart, her naval presence being crucial to her ambitions beyond Ash. Yes, it seems safe to assume that the Royalists did indeed enter Rosaria from the sea. So then, had you a vested interest in Titan's survival, whither would you take him? Why, home to Drake's Fang, a place rich enough in ether to conjure the magics needed to mend his hurts. But would that not entail an arduous voyage around the southern cape? Let us say that the Royalists did put ashore with a mind to spirit Kupka away from under your very nose. Could that truly have been their plan for him? To load him aboard one of the ships flying Republican colors sighted off the coast near Port Isolde. To spend weeks at sea, being tossed hither and yon by unforgiving waves, his life hanging in the balance. No. The journey would mean Titan's death, and Kupka's faithful creatures would not allow it. So what then was the plan of our Waloed friends? Reports suggest they made not for the coast, but for the desert. And by cutting through the Velcroy, a party traveling light would have Titan back in his bed days before a galley could lurch into port. To wit, it was the Royalists, not the Republicans, who effected Hugo Kupka's safe retreat. I would stake your life on it.
So it was the Waloeders who spirited the wretch away. Now I think about it, there was something a little strange about the ships I saw. The men seemed almost crestfallen, as if in mourning, as if they believed, or were made to believe, that their master was dead.
You have a keen mind, Lord Rosfield. And you have your answer. To find Kupka, you have merely to follow the Royalist trail across the Velcroy. It may well have gone cold by now, but as they say in the Republic, all roads lead to Drake's Fang.
Allow me to accompany you part of the way. As luck would have it, I had intended to journey Canberward on business after visiting you here. The Fang would be but a short detour.
I'd be glad of the company. Give me a moment to make ready. I need to tell my friends what we've learned. And where we're going.
Very well, but be quick about it, my boy. Time waits for no man.
Mid's finished outfitting her little workshop right here. With a little help from Sid. Fancy a look at the list, do you? Here you go. Think you can help?
Utile.
Otto. Kupka's at...
You're not going in there alone.
Don't worry. I'm not going there to destroy the Mother Crystal. I won't risk any more than I have to.
The Lancer and the Fang are all Kupka's personal fiefdom. You have any trouble on the way, you ask for Rosina Dalamil. Some call her the Desert Hare.
Who is she?
An old associate of Sid's. And only Sid's. All I know is the name, and that they used to meet at the Dalamil Inn. We've heard nothing from her since he died. But I'm thinking maybe the new Sid might be able to bring her back into the fold.
Thanks.
So, what about your uncle? I mean, he's welcome to stay, but...
Don't look so worried. He'll be coming with me.
Thank fuck for that.
Gav, Otto,
you can count.
All right, Uncle. I'm ready to depart. Shall we?
We shall. Come, let us away to adventure.
Non è proprio dietro l'angolo, ma... Io vedo un pezzettino di pelo che spunta. Oh, buongiorno.
I was a young man when last I walked this path. There's an old trading post not far from here. The road to Drake's Fang leads through it.
trading post it is. Our destination lies over that dune, beyond the
Quante
ruins.
soddisfazioni Twitch.
Markham well, Clive.
4 ore di live, neanche una persona che abbia scritto in chat. Ceratina.
Time to fight.
Sì. Desert Roses. Questo è probabilmente un oggetto nuovo. Ecco qua. Mithril Belt. Di rank più basso, però magari si può potenziare.
Years ago, when you were just a boy, you and I rode this way together, accompanying your father on a scouting expedition to
Helldiver.
He let me come with you. I'm not surprised you don't remember. It was just before Joshua was born. You were so eager to be there when your brother arrived that you whipped your chocobo too hard on the journey home and fell from the saddle. I shall never forget how Elwyn fussed over you as you sat in the saddle.
Fate qualcosa però, che cazzo. O venite giù oppure no. Ok. Calpestato proprio. in malo modo. Allora no, siamo entrati da qui. Vabbè, non stiamo neanche a perdere tempo contro questi.
Easy does it.
Flop, 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 flop. Vediamo che è quella zona di interesse.
Have you lost your way already, my boy? The ruins mark the road to the inn.
Lo so. Fammi vedere cosa c'è qui. Ok. Niente di più. Lì c'è qualcosa. Una Daman Toys. Oh. Questo è un... Ah, infatti. Pastito Calon. Ok.
Well, Clive. Looks like you...
Usti. Nope. Eccolo qua. Sì, però gli manca sempre, che cazzo. Quasi. Yeah. Wow. E che cazzo, questo è il problema, che una volta che ti prende con una ti prende con tutte. Eccolo qua. Senza neanche farlo apposta. Scarletite.
It should have stayed in its shell.
Run like the wind.
Roses, ok. We are the health. Salamander. Devo stare più attento. Più che altro il colore lì non si vede bene quando ho Titan. A volte mi sembra di avere il rosso e mi sbaglio. Sì. c'è qui dentro? Gente.
Lord Cook has finally made his move.
Who do you think those soldiers were in the inn?
Friends of friends, I'd wager.
Mhm.
Straight home now.
Vorrei capire se c'è qualcosa qui. Hard shot. Bloody hides. Ok. Non credo mi servissero, ma tanto voleva controllare.
She is, the good old Dalamil Inn. Do you know, this heat has given me quite a thirst. Quick drink before we press on?
Look, there. Those are ashen steeds. No doubt about it.
And such a long ride from Stonehere. Our Waluda friends must be soothing their saddle sores in the inn. Shall we join them? Run along and play now, Torgal. Dogs aren't allowed inside.
Good day to you. Eating?
Sorry about my pal. He only talks when his mouth's full. What do you recommend?
Well, if you're after something light, we do a fine chocobo soup with lentils and honey.
2 bowls of that then. An ale.
Right you are.
Hey, girl!
Coming!
Your pal? Would you rather be my squire?
Your Grace, it is plain you are not yet well enough to travel. If you would only let me take you to someone who can better attend to your ills.
No.
We must press on. Prince Dion has returned to his camp and will soon depart for the front. I must speak with him at all costs. Miss this chance and I may never get another. You do understand that?
Yes, Your Grace. But you must at least agree to take your medicine. I'll fetch you some water.
Keep watch, they tell us. But all I see is sand.
I hear they got our guest back to the Fang without any trouble. We'll be leaving soon enough.
Why the Lord Commander dragged us all this way just to save that blockhead skin, we'll never know. Dominant or not, he's a bloody idiot.
That'll be Kupka, then.
Well, let's get this down us. We've a long way to go.
Hey, you!
Uncle?
Sorry.
Can you walk, Your Grace?
What's wrong?
I fear trouble may be brewing downstairs.
You two are travelers, are you not? Me and my companions are strangers here. Perhaps you'd be good enough to accompany us a while. Help us find our way.
Sorry, lads, but we've got business in camera that can't wait.
Ah, I'm sure you could spare us an hour or two.
Come on.
Friend.
I'm afraid we don't have a moment to lose. Stay back, Uncle.
Gladly.
It's the outlaw. Take him.
Try it.
Give me thunder!
Bravo, my boy! Just like that!
You're finished!
Non so cosa volessero fare sti qua. Di spuzzini inutili.
For your trouble. Word of advice, miss. That soup could do with a touch more salt.
Now's our chance. Your Grace?
I'm fine.
Clive?
What is it now?
It's nothing. Let's go.
Hmm.
Well, we didn't know where to find Kupka before. We do now.
The Royalists said it themselves. Their guest is in the Fang. We should press on before any more of their friends turn up.
Your arms are like iron. Are all your muscles so hard?
Won't you come and play, handsome?
It's all the fault of this blasted.
Poro cane. Skinny boy. Woof woof. Oh. Qui sopra.
Fucking men of the wrong.
Genuine capture needles.
Let me treat you.
Why is the tavern shut?
Sono tornato al punto di partenza.
My carpets have
The most fragrant herbs and
Fresh bread.
Once you go flat,
Warm from the oven. Here, have a taste.
flat bread. Once you go flat, you never go. What?
It would seem, Lord.
We have to get by Guile then. Perhaps the dead.
Brucey? But how?
And that she was Sid's out. I'll wait.
That would set.
And that's exactly.
Looks like we won't be getting back to Drake's Fang anytime soon.
Anything I can interest you in?
Sword. Breath of lightning.
Here you are.
Oh, Desert Crows ne ho comunque 45. Ok, niente. Minchia. 40.
go with Gilbert.
Light it for Gilbert's sake. Bearer, aren't you?
Anything I can help you with? Allow me. My good man, we represent one of the oldest and greatest trading houses of Port Isolde. We're seeking to expand our business in the region and would very much like to make the acquaintance of Dalamil's leading entrepreneurs. If only we knew where to find them.
Well, we're best known for our baths, our markets, and our smithies. I suppose you could do worse than start your search at one of those.
Thank you. You've been most helpful. Oh, you wouldn't happen to know a lady by the name of Rosina Dalamil, would you?
No, I can't say I do.
Well, thank you all the same.
Oh, eccolo qua. In questa zona. Vabbè, qua.
What do you want? Can't you see I'm busy?
I won't keep you long. I'm looking for someone. A woman by the name of Rosina Dalamil. Do you know her?
Never heard of her. Is that all?
One more question. If I wanted to find the richest trader in town, where would you recommend that I look?
Oh, that's easy. The Briar's Kiss. Won't find a finer smithy this side of the strait. The owner's only a young sprig, but he's got all the right ideas.
The Briar's Kiss, you say? Thank you.
I doubt this young sprig is the person we're looking for. You said Sid's contact was likely to be an influential sort. Influence comes with age and experience, believe you me. Can I help you? Yes, I'm looking for a woman by the name of Rosina Dalamil. A long-standing pillar of your community, I believe, from old trading stock.
Then you should ask further. He's been here for years. Knows the place and its people like the back of his hand. And he's in with all the old merchant families. Try the baths. That's where you'll usually find him.
Thank you kindly. Well, it sounds like we have our man.
Perhaps. Let's go and find out exactly what this Furder knows.
Sweet incense!
Excuse me. Are you Furder?
I am. Can I help you, travelers?
I hope so. You've lived here for some time, is that correct? Do you know Rosina Dalamil? We believe she may be a trader of some renown.
And what business do you have with the desert hare?
She was a close friend of mine. I was hoping she might be able to help me.
Very well. Go to the bordello. I'll arrange an introduction.
Do you think we can trust him?
Only as far as I think.
So you're the ones who've been sniffing around.
I beg your pardon?
Don't play the fool. Stick your nose in our business and you're likely to lose it.
Wonk. Level up, apparentemente.